Hey guys, this is Sonny from Gracie Bradenton. By the way, if you like what we're doing here, please like, subscribe, hit the bell. We have a question from a new blue belt. He says, when I look at the purple belts, the skill gap between blue and purple seems enormous. It is. It's a bit overwhelming. Is this a normal feeling, and what should a new blue belt focus on? Yeah, well, I would hope it's a normal feeling. I would think it should be a normal feeling, because every time you get a new belt in jiu-jitsu, most people that I've talked to, they feel like they don't deserve the belt. You know, they don't feel like they're at that level. And it's more of a mental thing, because obviously their coach thinks differently, because he wouldn't have promoted them. So it's a very, very common thing, right? You get your new belt, but you don't feel like, you feel like you have big shoes to fill and you can't really fill them. It was like that for me when I got my brown belt for 6 months. I felt that way. Maybe for a little while after I got my black. But yeah, there's an enormous skill difference between blue and purple, and I think there's something that you should be reminded of. Blue is a beginner belt. Yes, white. Everybody looks at white belt as a beginner belt, and it is, but blue belt is also a beginner belt. You're still a beginner when you're a blue belt. Now, as you get your stripes and you progress along the blue belt path to purple, you are definitely getting a lot of skill. You know, your skill is definitely skyrocketing. However, when you're a new blue versus a new purple, yes, there's an enormous skill difference. A purple belt is considered an expert in jiu-jitsu, an expert. A blue belt is considered someone who can beat up a guy who doesn't know jiu-jitsu that is a little bigger than them. Okay, so that's the bar. If I give you a blue belt, that means I believe that you can use jiu-jitsu to win a fight against someone who is not skilled, but is a little bigger and stronger than you, right? You have that ability. But when I give you a purple belt, you better be an expert in jiu-jitsu. You just don't have the timing or the mat experience of a black belt yet, or a brown belt even. But when you're a purple belt, make no mistake, you're an expert. So yeah, that's the huge difference. That's why there's such a skill gap. Now, what should you be focusing on as a new blue belt? Well, shit. I mean, that depends on what's wrong with your game, right? What are you lacking? Do you lack passing? Do you lack submissions? That's really a conversation you should have with your coach. You know, talk to your coach. What do you think I'm missing in my game, and work on it. I don't think there's any generic thing that a new blue belt should work on, except just keep doing what they've been doing and try to get better at it, which is not getting your ass kicked and hoping to get a few submissions here and there. So if you have specific questions about your game, you can ask me, but I would ask your coach. He's probably going to have great advice for you. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the bell, ding.